Welcome to Startups. I'm your host, Aiden Spark. Today on Startups, what if the very thing you fear most could unlock your greatest potential? Today, we explore how one scientist's obsession with conquering death led to groundbreaking discoveries, but also forced him to confront a chilling truth about life itself, revealing a secret about living that you can apply today. The fluorescent lights hum overhead as João Pedro de Magalhães stares intently at the genetic sequence scrolling across his monitor. You can feel the weight of decades of research in his shoulders, see the determination etched in the lines around his eyes. His hand hovers over a vial labeled telomerase activator, trembling slightly. Not from fear, but from the magnitude of what it represents. This isn't just another experiment. This is his life's mission to defeat humanity's oldest enemy, death itself. What drives a brilliant scientist to wage war against mortality? You might think it's ambition or the pursuit of scientific glory. But as you look closer at the man behind the research, you'll discover something far more primal, far more human. Picture a young boy in Portugal, barely tall enough to reach the library counter. While other children chase soccer balls in the streets, João presses his eye against a microscope, mesmerized by the hidden world of cells and organisms. The musty scent of old books mingles with the sharp tang of laboratory chemicals. This is where he feels most alive. But it's not just curiosity that drives him. In the corners of his childhood home, he watches his elderly relatives struggle with the ravages of age. Their once strong bodies betray them, their minds fog with confusion. Young João doesn't see this deterioration as natural or inevitable. In his child's heart, he sees it as an enemy to be defeated. You might recognize something of yourself in the young Magalhães. That feeling of being different, of seeing what others don't. While his classmates memorize facts, he questions the very foundations of human mortality. His teachers praise his intelligence but worry about his obsession. His peers keep their distance from the boy who talks about conquering death. But isolation breeds focus. By the time he completes his microbiology degree at Escola Superior de Biotecnologia, his vision is crystal clear. Aging isn't just a natural process, it's a disease. And like any disease, it can be studied, understood, and potentially cured. The halls of Harvard Medical School pulse with ambition. Under the mentorship of genomics pioneer George Church, Magalhães throws himself into the cutting edge of aging research. The lab becomes his second home. The hum of sequencing machines provides the soundtrack to his days and nights. Each genetic code he unravels is another piece of the grand puzzle. But Harvard is just the beginning. His research leads him to a stunning realization. To understand how to extend human life, we must first understand those creatures that seem to defy time itself. The bowhead whale, living over 2 centuries, the naked mole rat, mysteriously resistant to cancer. These aren't just curiosities. Their natures hints at the possibility of radical life extension. As Magalhães builds his research empire at the University of Liverpool, establishing the groundbreaking GenAge and DrugAge databases, something shifts. The pure scientific pursuit begins to reveal its thorny ethical implications. You can see it in the late-night debates with colleagues, in the growing controversy surrounding his transhumanist philosophy. Is it right to fundamentally alter the human lifespan? What are the societal consequences of radical life extension? The weight of these questions begins to isolate him. In conference rooms and TED Talk stages, his passion for defeating death is met with increasing skepticism. Some call him brilliant, others call him dangerous. The very drive that propelled him forward now threatens to consume him. If you're enjoying Startups, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, Become an Innovation Engine. Steal exact frameworks of billion-dollar breakthroughs like Netflix and Tesla. Now, back to the episode. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The man who dedicated his life to extending human existence finds himself running out of time. The pressure to produce results intensifies. Each passing year feels like a personal defeat. The irony isn't lost on him. While pursuing immortality, he's been missing out on living. In his lab at the University of Birmingham, where he now serves as chair of molecular biogerontology, a profound realization begins to dawn. The true enemy isn't death itself, it's the paralysis that comes from fearing it. Today, Magalhães' research has revolutionized our understanding of aging. His databases serve as foundations for countless studies worldwide. But his greatest contribution isn't in the data or the discoveries. It's in showing us how to transform our deepest fears into fuel for meaningful action. You see, his story isn't really about defeating death. It's about the courage to face our mortality head-on and use that awareness to drive us forward. Every moment he spent in the lab wasn't just about extending life, it was about making life matter. That vial of telomerase activator still sits in his lab, a symbol not of immortality, but of possibility. The question isn't whether we can live forever. The question is, what will you do with the time you have? Look at your own life. What fear are you running from? What if, like Magalhães, you could transform that fear into a force for change? His journey teaches us that our greatest contributions often come from confronting what frightens us most. The lab lights still hum overhead, but now they illuminate a deeper truth. The pursuit of a longer life shouldn't prevent us from living fully now. This is Magalhães' real legacy, not the dream of immortality, but the courage to face mortality and still dare to make a difference. Will you accept the challenge? Will you look your own fears in the eye and use them to fuel something greater than yourself? The clock is ticking. Your time starts now. On the next episode of Startups, João Pedro de Magalhães' relentless pursuit of longevity sparks a question. What happens when someone faces their own mortality head-on, armed with scientific curiosity but lacking formal training? Imagine battling a rare genetic disorder that accelerates aging, forcing you to confront the very limits João explores in the lab. This week, prepare to meet Reason, a charismatic force of nature who, diagnosed at 28, embarks on a quest to defy fate. His journey into biotechnology and life extension research will challenge everything you thought you knew about aging, resilience, and the ethical tightrope we walk when playing with the very essence of life. Discover how his defiance of aging can inspire you to challenge your limitations. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, Become an Innovation Engine. 7 days, $7 billion frameworks. Transform from idea person to startup innovator by learning the exact playbooks that built Netflix, Tesla, and SpaceX. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/su. Thanks for watching.